Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever time you're listening to this. I have watched a few YouTube videos and watched some people talking about YouTube, and I have found that I rarely show myself on any of these videos that I do. I don't know why, mainly because I don't have the room. As you can see, I'm very limited on space. I don't have a whole lot of room. A lot of my paints are behind me. Back here, two paints, and back off to my left on some shelves, I've got some Craft Smart paints and a few more hard body paints, some metallic paints and everything else. And I've got other things hanging on this rack behind me, funnels and some, you see back up over this way, some clock rounds, the 11-inch clock rounds. Today what I'm going to do is I'm doing another one of these address plaques that you've seen me do, or I don't know if you've seen me do them or not, but this one's going to have a name and a house number on it. I had one posted here not long ago, a green one, which is going to a family member. This one also. And what I'm going to be doing on it today is an open cut pour. I'll lay down I haven't laid it down yet, but I'll lay down a white base coat. It's already primed with white Kills primer. I'll put down a white base coat, and I'm only using two colors in it. I'm going to be using Payne's Gray, as you can see right here. It's just Payne's Gray. I'll bring it up and kind of show the consistency. I don't know if the consistency is right or not, but it doesn't leave a mound. It just kind of falls off of the stick. Payne's Gray, maybe a little bit of white. I might be doing a little bit of white in there. And some 24 karat gold. Again, that's fairly thin consistency. I don't know how this is going to turn out. I really don't know. But I just want to let you see what I look like. Yes, I am an Air Force veteran, Vietnam veteran. Spent many years in the Air Force. Mostly as a jet engine mechanic, but I did spend 4 years as an instructor in basic training. So I just thought I'd give you all a little look as to what I look like and kind of what's around here. I'll kind of show you a little bit about some of my stuff. As you can see, it's just paints there and more paints, all kinds of things here. Some paper. I got a very small table that I use. It's not very big at all. Get the light out of the way here a little bit. Maybe bring that up some. So I just thought I'd give you an idea. Like I said, I rarely show myself. You might see the back of my head sometimes. But I wanted to give you a little introduction to me. I'm going to pause now and get the white base coat set up on this, and I'll be back in a minute. Hang on. Okay, I think I am back. Don't know for sure, but I think I am. Looks like it's recording all right. Sorry about the reflection. That's just my lights. Like I said, I don't have a great studio to work in. I've just got a couple of lights here, and that's about it. But anyhow, I got my white base coat down, like I said. I'm doing open cut pour. I'm going to start right out in the middle on this one. And let me put a little bit of white in there just to make it flow around a little bit better. And some down around the outside so it slides. And I'm going to start out with some of the Payne's Gray. Pour some of that in there. Moving already. touch of the 24 karat gold, not a whole lot, because I don't want big old blobs of gold in there. I just want the gold to disperse throughout the color. You can see some little cells kind of popping up a little bit in there. It's kind of cool watching them all of a sudden, they just appear. Talking about like right there, that one, and some others that are hidden here a little bit, just hadn't shown up quite as much yet. A little more white in there just to give it some more paint to move with. Thought I had this level, but it looks like it's leaning towards me a little bit more than what I had anticipated. So I'll tip it back some here. Let it move around. Like I said, this is Payne's Gray. And those of you that have used Payne's Gray before, you know it's kind of a gray, a bluish gray color. And it's not black and it's not gray, so it's somewhere in between. And that's going to want to keep going right back this way. And I will, and I don't talk much while I'm doing these videos. Any of you that have listened to my videos before know that I'm not a great speaker on these things. Mainly because half the time I'm shooting in the dark when I'm doing this too, so I don't consider these as tutorials at all. They're just kind of showing what I do. I know there's a lot of people out there that do tutorials and say, do this, do that. I don't know enough to be able to actually do a tutorial. So I fake it and do what I can. I don't post these things on YouTube to make money, because I know I never will, because I don't do enough, for one thing. I don't get enough subscribers. Not that that's the main agenda, but I don't have a whole lot of subscribers. I think the last count was 13 or something. So I just do these so that people see what I'm doing. I doubt seriously if I ever make any money on it, because like I said, I just don't do enough of them. I'm not that consistent in doing different paintings, whether it's a canvas or a clock or one of these address plaques that I've just recently started doing. I've done an awful lot of clocks in the past, and some of you may have seen some of the clocks that I've done, whether they're 11-inch round or 18-inch round. They're all solid wood, and I paint them and then airbrush the numbers on the face of the clock, and then put the motor works in and the hands on. And well, before I do that, I coat it with epoxy resin. This will be coated with epoxy resin too. And I haven't decided yet whether I'll probably end up airbrushing the name and number on this too. I've got some stencils that I can use that are some kind of cool looking writing. And as opposed to putting just stick on labels like you put on your mailbox or something. I have done that, and that's okay too. There's nothing wrong with those. All right. Get some of that out of there. Move this over here. with some of the Payne's gray. Just a touch of the gold. And some white to help it move. I will tilt a lot of this off, so if it looks like it's too dark, it probably is right now. And give it a little over here too. Let that sit for just a second. Let me give this one a little twist here. Around with it. All right. Now, let's see what we get when I start stretching this out a little bit and tilting some of it off. Trying to come up with some composition here. Stand up on this a little bit. Well, it looks like a marble top table, doesn't it? Bring some down at the other end here, bring it back to the middle a little bit. Some off of the other end. Actually, I do have the back of this taped, so it won't be, hopefully it won't be too much of a mess on the back. All right, come on, keep moving. Get my rag here and wipe my hands off a little bit and try and get some of these edges covered in. I know I'm not talking very much. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. Said I'm not the best in the world at narrating these videos. Get some of these drips off. And because I don't have a whole lot of room to play with here to do anything with, I have this little mirror. I can check the back side to see areas that I may have missed, because I can't really get around to the other side to see the edges over there. It looks like it's okay. Looks like I got it covered pretty well. My way of cheating. Now this eventually will have numbers and the name of the recipient that it's going to put on there, and probably some decals of some sort. I don't know exactly what I'm going to put on there just yet. I have a myriad over the past few months, all of these clocks that I've been doing. I've ordered out a lot of different decals. Most of them have been military orientated. I still have a few of those left, but I've got some that are animal related and sunflowers and various different things. I think that looks pretty cool, actually. Alright, if you'll bear with me for a minute, I'm going to get my gloves off here. Pardon my head, I'm sorry. A couple spots here that I need to add to right in there, maybe. Just to get that edge covered. Alright, let me get my gloves off and we'll come in and get a close-up of it. Just out of torch here first though. The torching, a lot of you, well not a lot of you, those of you that do this know the reason for the torch. And it's just basically to get rid of the bubbles, help the bubbles pop if there's little bubbles in there. Because there's always going to be little bubbles. Especially if you do like I do, you mix your paints up just right ahead of doing whatever you're going to do for the painting. So in the process of mixing them up with the pouring medium, it gets bubbles in there. The torch just helps pop them up a little bit, that's all. Let's see if I got any little boogers or anything else that I got to get out of there. Something there. So I don't like leaning over these paintings when I do them, because no telling what's falling off of me. Hair, skin follicles, dust. It's the nemesis for acrylic paint pouring. It's even worse when you're putting the resin on. Alright, hang on, I'm going to pause you, but I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. And there's what came out. I'm going to turn this light off so maybe it won't glare so much. Use the flash on my camera, or my phone, my camera phone. As you can see, that gold just gets into everything. And that's the way I like it. I mean, I don't like big old blobs of the gold. I mean, there is some here. It's a little more prominent over here. The gold is. And sometimes I do go for that. In this case, I didn't want the big areas of gold. I wanted it to get into the other colors a little bit more and disperse throughout it. Like I said, this is Payne's Gray, white, and 24 karat gold. That's kind of weird looking right there. You can see where the gold got into the white a little bit, and that's fine. It's got like some lacing throughout there. Get it to focus all right, it'll be all right. Well, in any case, I wanted you to see me and see what I do. This is the size of this thing is about 20 inches by 12 inches, somewhere like that, and it's 3/4 of an inch thick wood. Hopefully it'll come out nice when it's all said and done. But thanks for watching, I appreciate it. Leave me any comments that you like, good, bad, or indifferent. I don't mind. I'll take any criticism I can hear. But thanks a lot for watching, and God bless. Have a good evening. Bye.